This is the Cat in the Hat coming at you live from Coral Springs, Florida. Here to talk about what music means to us, as well as to give you a little bit of information on our most recent EP, the Love Actually EP, which was a collaboration with three of my artists on the Cat in the Hat Productions. Now, for me, music has always been a storytelling device, giving you stories that can reach down and touch your heart and soul, giving you stories about love and pain that that the artist is singing about that you may be going through yourself. And that's always been the case when you look at music going back from the 70s, 60s, all the way through the 80s and 90s. Things have changed a little bit lately, but that's what the Cat in the Hat Productions is here for. We're going to try to take everything back to where we tell those stories and where we give you that substance in music, to give you something that you can actually relate to. Not just that you can vibe to, but you can actually relate to what the artist is talking about. So that's what we did on our Love Actually CD. So when you look at the CD, the first track is my track, that's Airwaves. And what Airwaves is a story about this guy, and I think every guy can probably relate to this. It's a story of your traditional heartbreak where the guy has realized that he's messed up. Okay, so he's calling out to his girl, well, his ex-girl, and pleading with her, letting her know that, hey, I understand what I did wrong. I can see it now. I didn't see it at the time, but I see it now. I see how I hurt you. I see what I did wrong to you. And can you give me a chance to try to make everything right? And that's what Airwaves is about. He's not with her. He's not talking to her. He actually gets her on her phone, gets her machine, and he's just leaving a message across the airwaves, trying to get her to understand what he's talking about. And that's the gist of Airwaves. So I'm sure we've all, at least the guys, have been there at some point where you've realized that, you treated the person that you were with badly, or just didn't give them what they needed. And then once they're gone, you realize, hey, damn, I messed up. It's like they say, you don't miss your water until that well runs dry. And that's what Airwaves is. Now, the second track on the CD is by our young artist, Jackson. It's called Boy Crazy. And what Boy Crazy is, it takes you back to those days of high school, middle school, where you have that crush and you're all in love with them and just nobody understands it but you. And that's what Jackson's going through. In her story, Boy Crazy, she's that girl that's in high school and she's in love with this guy and he's in love with her. And they just want to be together and do everything together, and to the point where she's not even herself when she's not with him. In the story, when she goes to school and she realizes that he's not coming in, she's upset with all of her friends, not because they did anything wrong, but simply because they're there with their boyfriends or girlfriends, and she's there alone and she doesn't have her special someone. And I'm sure we've all been there when we were younger. Some of us may still feel that way, and you get that boy crazy feeling or that girl crazy feeling where you just want to be with that person, and no matter what, when you're away from them, you're just not right. And that's her story on Boy Crazy. Now, we take it up a notch to a little bit of more of an adult level with Shasa's Bay Day. Now, on Bay Day, Shasa's reaching out to represent for every female out there who has that special guy who knows how to treat his woman. And this is someone who realizes that he doesn't have to wait to Valentine's Day. He doesn't have to wait for Christmas. He doesn't have to wait to Mother's Day or anything like that to treat his woman special. This is for those guys out. This goes out to those guys out there that realize every day is Bay Day. Every day you can go out and treat your woman nice, take her out to dinner. This is for those guys who like to send flowers for no reason at all, that send those special gifts, fruit baskets, flowers, candies to their significant other at their job with them not knowing at all. Those are the special things that we should do as men to take care of our women. And that's what Bay Day is representing, to show everyone that you can do all these things without it having to be a special day. In Bay Day, it's about her just waking up and being getting that morning kiss from her significant other, and him just telling her, I got some stuff going on for you. Sit tight. It's all coming. Come on downstairs. Today is your bay day. And he just proceeds to just shower her with everything. And she's enjoying it so much. She's letting everybody else know, I ain't got nothing else to do with y'all. Right now, my boo is letting me know today is my bay day. This is all I got. And she spends all that time and allows him to treat her the way that she wants to be treated, and for him to just shower her with love. That's what bay day is. And just remember, every day can be bay day. Now, we have Sherelle. Sherelle's story is a more of a heartbreak story. But what I wanted to put into this as we put together Sherelle's song Disappearing Act, I didn't want to go into the standing and say that every guy has to be a guy that cheats, because anytime someone hears a heartbreak song, they feel like it has to be either the girl is cheating or the guy is cheating, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it really just comes down to someone giving you that attention you need, or someone just making you feel special. That guy or that girl can be as loyal and faithful as ever. They can provide for you, be there, but what you're missing is that love and affection and that attention, because they're never there. And that's what Disappearing Act is about. Disappearing Act is about Sherelle's story, where she's in love with this guy, but she never gets to see him. And he's not going out cheating. They live together. They should be spending a lot of time together because they're living together, but they're not. Every time she thinks she's going to have a moment with him, he's disappearing and going somewhere else. Whether it's out with his boys or just chilling out somewhere else, he's just not with her. And she's sitting there contemplating how he leaves her alone, and he expects her to be okay with this and for him to be able to come back and everything be okay whenever he makes it back to her. So she's thinking of her in her head, she loves him, but is this right for him to expect her to just be alone all the time and just accept him back whenever he decides to come back? Because when he does show up and she thinks everything is going to be okay, he's gone again, thus her disappearing act that he gives her. So she tosses with that back and forth. So that's her story on Disappearing Act. So if you haven't checked out any other songs, please do. The Love Actually EP is on every streaming network, including the main ones, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Apple, as well as Amazon, and just about any other streaming network you can think of. The EP is out there. If you want to check out any of the artists on the label, please check us out at the Dacatindahat Productions on Instagram. You can check out the individual artists. Jackson is Jackson002 on Instagram. Shasa is Shasa1 on Instagram. And Sherelle is Sherelle Arnold on Instagram. So check them out. And of course, you can find yours truly on my personal Instagram page. It's at official_Dacatindahat. Check me out. And you can find us all on the website for the label, which is thebluecat.com. And that's DABLU cat.com. Check us out. This is Dacatindahat signing off. Love you. Mean it. I'm out.